Summary of the ABC Murders by Agatha Christie. Main topic or theme of the book. The ABC Murders is a detective novel that follows Belgian detective Hercule Poirot as he attempts to solve a series of murders committed in alphabetical order. Key ideas or arguments presented. The book explores the psychology of a serial killer and the detective's attempts to understand and catch them. It also highlights the role of chance and coincidence in solving a mystery. Chapter titles or main section of the book. The book is divided into three parts: the ABC, the crime, and Hercule Poirot sits back and thinks. Key takeaway or conclusions. The book's biggest takeaway is the importance of attention to detail and the value of logic and deduction in solving a mystery. Author's background and qualifications. Agatha Christie was a British author known for her detective novels. She was widely regarded as the queen of crime and has sold over 2 billion copies of her books worldwide. Comparison to other books on the same subject. The ABC Murders is one of Christie's most famous works and is considered a classic of the detective genre. It is often compared to her other works, such as Murder on the Orient Express and Death on the Nile. Target audience or intended readership. The book is intended for fans of the detective genre and anyone interested in the psychology of serial killers. Explanation and analysis of each part with 5 quotes from the book. Part 1. The ABC. In this part, Poirot receives a letter from someone claiming to be a serial killer who will commit murders in alphabetical order. Poirot and the police are skeptical at first, but when the killer's first victim is found, they realize the seriousness of the situation. There's nothing so dangerous, as being too modern. One is apt to grow old-fashioned quite suddenly. Chapter 1, I don't approve of murder, if that's what you're suggesting. Chapter 3, there is no greater mistake in life than seeing things or hearing them at the wrong time. Chapter 6, in this world, there are only 2 kinds of people, those who remain alive, and those who are dead. Chapter 7, the difficulty, my dear Hastings, is that we have so much material and no pattern. Chapter 10 Part 2, the crime. In this part, the killer strikes again, and Poirot works to gather clues and piece together the killer's motive and identity. The truth, it is sometimes forgotten, is but a naked lady. Chapter 11, I don't think we should ever judge any man's acts without knowing his motives. A thing may look wrong to us, but it may be excusable when we know the circumstances. Chapter 15, everything in this world has a meaning if one can but find it. Chapter 17, I would rather trust my instinct than my logic. Chapter 19, it's always better to suspect too many people than to let one get away, isn't it? Chapter 22 Part 3, Hercule Poirot sits back and thinks. In this final part, Poirot gathers all the suspects together and reveals the killer's identity through a careful analysis of the clues and events. You must put your fear behind you and go forward. It may be left behind, or you may carry it with you, but it cannot be allowed to interfere with the forward momentum. Chapter 24. There is nothing more stimulating than a case where everything goes against you. Chapter 25. The truth, however ugly in itself, is always curious and beautiful to the seeker after it. Chapter 28. I maintain that the first-class brain is only found now and again in connection with the criminal classes. Chapter 30. The truth, my friend, is that every man has his own destiny. Chapter 31 Reception of critical response to the book. The ABC Murders was well received by critics and readers alike and is considered one of Christie's best works. Its innovative plot and use of psychological themes were particularly praised. Recommendations: other similar books on the same topic. Fans of the ABC Murders may also enjoy Christie's other works, such as Murder on the Orient Express, Death on the Nile, and Then There Were None. Other recommendations include Arthur Conan Doyle's Sherlock Holmes series and Raymond Chandler's Philip Marlowe series. Key takeaway or conclusion. The ABC Murders is a classic detective novel that explores the psychology of a serial killer and the importance of attention to detail and logic in solving a mystery. It is a must-read for fans of the detective genre and anyone interested in the psychology of serial killers.